Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Common Man's Compass with David
and Justin. This is a great podcast, guys. It's a podcast navigating life, faith, and everything in between. A conversation where anything goes. You never know what we're going to talk about. There's no telling. But we always try to keep God in it and keep God involved.
And we're glad you're here.
What's going on, everybody?
What's cracking lacking?
There are a lot of crazy things happening in our world.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I am one of them. No.
Well, there's something I do got to jump right into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to.
Yeah. You want to explain a little bit of it, David?
So, from June 1st to June 4th, 2026, Pride Land in the Dead Sea, Israel 26. So the Middle East's largest LGBTQ festival. Yes, that is correct. You heard, in the Dead Sea, a.k.a. Solomon and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, sorry.
In that place. And play the thing.
Yeah, super dumb. Okay, all right. Y'all got to hear this because it's so stupid. There's I couldn't make something up this dumb. So we're going to play this video, this little, I say video, it's an audio clip for y'all to hear. Check this out.
LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up the worldview. The Middle East's largest LGBTQ festival is here. This year, Israel will host the Middle East's largest queer festival, Pride Land at the Dead Sea, from June 1st to June 4th. Organizers plan to transform the Judean desert into a 24/7 Pride City featuring 15 hotels, beach complexes, non-stop parties, and a central performance arena.
You know, I just think about my Sunday school time, when growing up. And when you think of, the Judean desert, I'm thinking, maybe Moses or something like that. But, in my little storybook Bible, I'm just thinking, hey, rainbows and flags, going on. And I'm like, oh, okay. I think anytime we have visibility, that's a wonderful thing. Maybe it's something from the state media to show how Israel is different from the Arab world. Hey, we have maybe we're going to throw the biggest gay pride event just to get more American support for that. So I'm just suspicious about everything that's going on. But maybe if that part is not in the equation, maybe it is a good thing. The gays, I'm sure in Israel also at times get persecuted, for religious reasons or whatnot. So, I'm on the fence about it, but I hope everything works out well.
I wonder who's going to be bold enough to fly into headline for entertainment for that. That would be interesting, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro.
That last guy.
Does that not sound like a Nazi?
Right?
I wonder who is going to be coming to this one.
It's is that Dr. Eggman?
It's creepy.
The whole thing is, it's a sad thing that it's Israel.
It is terribly sad.
But, it's one of those, you're not supposed to be part of the world, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And they're doing it to see if they could get more Americans to support them. And it's you just lost a lot of Americans.
Is that what you? I haven't read that far into it. Is that something you read up on?
Yeah, they were saying that they were trying to do it to get more of a tourist attraction. And it's but
what a
just
dumb way.
Lost a bunch of people that were backing you, and backing your play. That it's because I don't know if they know this. America's at a war, a cultural war, because it's the LGBT and that kind of lifestyle versus the Christian family value. We're clashing really bad,
hardcore.
And it's
and now we have the Muslims jumping in too, of course.
Right.
It's we have, I don't know, this cultural war is just insane.
But the guy does bring up a good question, what kind of music are they going to have? Great Balls of Fire. What is it? Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I went down. I'm sitting there man, I could come up with all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
it's one of those hey, let's recreate Genesis. Why not? Let's do it. What are they going to do next? Build a Tower of Babel? I mean,
that would be funny.
I mean,
you know, I will never tell you that I know God's plan because I don't. You know,
right?
None of us do. But I am saying it would be really funny.
Yeah. Well, you know, in the Bible it says, "Do not test God."
Yeah,
it says
100%.
Yeah,
and I'm looking over thinking, how stupid do you got to be? You are retarded. Not only are you blatantly being blasphemous and sinning against God, but you're going to do this on the property, like on the area, from what we've read, directly over top of where it previously happened, and he destroyed it all.
Yes.
The people included. Now, I know people are going to be like, well, it's because not all people believe in God. Maybe they should.
Yeah.
You know?
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
They were living in wickedness.
Oh, yeah.
Like way
full
back.
Full of sin. Grievous with sin.
They were bringing back the way of life before the flood.
Oh, absolutely.
And God's like, I'm going to stop this before it spreads again.
Oh, yeah. And he was gracious enough to send two angels down to get Lot and his family out.
Well, and you know, Abraham was pleading with him. Well, what if there was 100 people? What if there was 50 people? What if there was like 10 people? What if there was 5 people? And God's like, yeah, if there's 5 people, I won't destroy it. But God knowing, you know,
God knows everything.
But at the same time, he was gracious enough to be like, yeah, if there are people that I overlooked, yeah, I won't do it.
Yeah. I do think it's funny that the angels told Lot, they were like, yeah, you gotta go all the way up the mountains, and he's like, bro, it's too far.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and on one hand, you know, you're like, you should never question what's happening, but on the other hand, if it's legit too far and you know you're never gonna make it before they destroy the city, like I could respect that. You'd be like, bro, I'm gonna die,
and
I want to live.
Like, it wasn't. God didn't send another guy over there and be like, hey. He sent angels. So an angel is telling you, go here. Yes, sir. I'm gone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like if it was another guy.
Could you imagine a couple of angels walking up and being like, you come with me now? Like,
all right.
Oh, man. How terrifying would that be, though?
Oh,
Think about it.
I would be trembling.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It would be super cool.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh, man, I would be terrified.
See, I would be terrified and excited at the same time.
Right, yeah. It's
like
a roller coaster.
Like a kid on the first roller coaster. Like, oh, this is going to, I don't know.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
But you know what will be awesome is that God sends angels down there and they witness and half of those people get saved. That would be awesome.
That would be insane.
Now, you want to talk about God's crazy plans.
Yeah.
What if he went out there, like sent somebody out there and converted the whole thing and just had a whole different revival?
That would be crazy, bro.
That would be awesome. I would be singing praises for him.
I would be too. But I don't know. That really all just depends on what God's plan is. We don't know his plan. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't. For all we know, God may let this slide through and just let what come may. We don't know. Or he may burn it to the ground.
He could do what he did to some of them in the 40 years in the wilderness, where he just opens the ground. Just swallows them whole. I mean,
they just all fall into the earth.
God's sitting there in heaven, going through a Rolodex. Like, well, how can I? Let's see, what can I do?
Yeah, well, I already know. He's like, balls of fire. We already did sulfur balls of fire. No. All right, well, let's see. Nope, flooded the earth. Don't want to kill the whole earth.
He shoots a ray of rainbow rays right at him.
That would be terrible.
That would be
messed up. That's funny. It's like laser status rainbows.
Right. Rainbow stars coming at him. Oh,
Sky
man.
rockets in flight.
But yeah, you read something like that and you're like, what?
Yeah, dude, it is mind blowing. Like, and don't get me wrong, all jokes aside, folks, we don't wish nothing on nobody. We really don't.
Yeah.
I don't wish nothing bad to happen to nobody. But
I just hope they get to know and have a relationship with God.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Like
that's my ultimate goal.
Like it saddens me to see people go through such a big effort, in my opinion, to be blasphemous,
right,
and to try to step on God's toes, and it's not our place to. I don't know how to say this. It's not our place to give them a consequence. That's going to be between them and God. I don't know what's going to come of that. That's between them and God. I don't know what He's got planned. I don't know.
Right.
But I darn sure wouldn't be there.
No.
I mean, there's no telling. Like you said, you don't test God, bro. And again, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but man, if you were really trying to make God mad, I think you figured it out.
Well, and I know I keep bringing up AI, but they keep inching on with that AI. I'm surprised I haven't heard it. Oh, in a year or two, we won't need God. Dude, just don't go there.
Yeah.
There's no need. There's perfectly good reasons to use AI, and I'm for those uses. But the dark part's like you're not God.
Oh yeah.
You're the created. You're not the creator.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my gosh.
So, on lighter news, it's summer.
It is totally summer.
Well, it's close. It's June.
Yeah, close enough.
And here in Texas,
so it's summer.
It's about to be second summer.
Yeah.
Some people have, spring, summer, fall, winter. We have first summer, second summer, third summer, and
winter.
then winter.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
we get like a chillier summer.
Right. I know my cousin, she's in Michigan, and she said, yeah, my summer is like 4 weeks. I was like, man. She lives up north, where it's always cold.
I got a buddy of mine lives in Missouri, and he's telling me he wants me to come up there, but he's like, bro, you got to come up during the fall. I was like, really? And I've never been there, but he was like, bro, the leaves, dude, the colors. And so one of these days soon we'll
send me a
visit
picture. I'm too cold.
You're like, I want my Texas.
So you got plans this summer?
No, not really, man. I think we're obviously gonna do a bunch of swimming, some fishing, family time. But I think that really about covers it for us. We don't have any big vacations planned this year.
Right.
I think we're just trying to, I don't know,
have
a good time in town. And
we're gonna go to the lake.
Well, that's not. I don't call that a vacation.
That's
in our town.
This summer, that's our big vacation. We are going to the lake.
I think I want to take Embry out on the pontoon boat this year and take her fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I said pontoon. I meant to say, I've got pontoon on the brain because I really want a pontoon boat.
Right. We all
do.
I
meant to say paddle boat, and I said pontoon. No, I have a paddle boat. I want to take her out on. I think she'd have fun and fish off the paddle boat. I want a pontoon boat. I've had boats, like bigger boats, but I've never had a pontoon boat, and I want one so bad, but they're very expensive.
I know pretty soon I'm going to be busting out the grill.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do some grilled watermelon.
That sounds oddly good.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big watermelon guy, and that sounds like it would be good.
I've had the grilled peaches, and those were really good. You rub butter on them and like brown sugar, and you char them up a little. Really good. But I saw them, now this is where I'll probably lose you, but they grilled the watermelon, and then they put cilantro and feta cheese on it.
Oh, that sounds odd. That sounds very odd.
I was like, I kind of want to try it.
Bro, there's something I like doing, which I bet you've done, or at least heard of. I'll take like a whole onion, and I'll slice it, like kind of flour it out a little bit, and then I'll put butter and then fresh bacon bits in there, and then I'll wrap it in tinfoil and put it on the barbecue pit.
Oh, amazing,
bro! And it is. I know that is the most unhealthy thing, but I do not care.
Sun's out, guts out, right?
Dude, speaking of, there's something I've got to try, and Billy's got pine trees across the street from him, and I know his neighbor's pretty chill. Okay, so I saw this on social media. This old man did it. I got to try it. So what he does, he takes pine needles, okay?
Okay.
And he takes them, he cuts the ends off of them, get the brown, like the little brown part off of it, and then he takes those pine needles that he has left and he cuts them in half, and he sticks them in a mason jar, and then he takes a few scoops of sugar and puts in there with it, and then fills it up with water, and he shakes it to mix it up a little bit, and then he just leaves it sit for like 3 or 4 days. And then when you open it up, it's actually bubbling. Yeah, it's kind of bubbling, I'm assuming from fermenting a little bit. But he was like, yeah, it tastes just like Sprite. I was like, I gotta try this. And it's not. It's just a drink. It's just like a. I don't know if it's a tree drink, I guess. I wonder if that's like a cold tea. I don't know, but it's cool. And what he does is he takes and he said when he was a kid, they would just drink it right out of the jar with the pine noodles in it. But he said we're high tech. It's kind of how he came off. And so he strained it into a cup and drank it out of that, and it looked really good. I want to try that.
You can do that in a day. You don't have to wait 3 days. So here's the cheaper way and the faster way.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, you get your mason jar, you put some water in there. You put some sugar in there, and then you get a shot of pine sol. Put that in there.
Did you find that out while you were eating your Tide Pods?
Yeah. It was a challenge. We were young.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, it's crazy.
I still haven't felt my left side of my face. No, I'm joking. Don't do that.
Dude, it makes me laugh because, like, when we were kids, like, don't get me wrong, we were doing dumb stuff, but we were never doing anything like, hey, I know this is super poisonous, but I'm going to eat it anyways because everybody else is doing it. The stupidity that goes on in this world makes my brain hurt.
we used to snort pixie sticks.
Yeah, hey,
so, I mean,
but I will tell you,
I only did it once.
Right, as terrible of an idea as that was, it wasn't poison.
No, we never did anything. We did all kinds of stuff with pixie sticks. We would put it in our Big Red. I'm telling you, that was like my first energy drink. Was Big Red with a couple of pixie sticks in there. I was zooming. I was everywhere. Man, that was good.
Did you ever do what everybody called the suicide drink? We used to go to the you go to the fountain drink deal and you get a little bit of everything on the thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, whatever this is gonna taste like, it's gonna taste like.
Dude, I would always skip the diets though.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Because that would just ruin the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did that, and we told my cousin for an extra $1, put a pickle juice in there, and he put a whole pickle in the drink. I'm gonna get my $1, But that was back when $1 meant something,
dude. I'm telling you, man. Emery was talking to me yesterday, and we were, just talking, and she asked me if $1,000 was a lot of money, and I was like, well, no. And I said, to you, yeah. I said, but to the rest of the world. No, I said, don't get me wrong. It can feel like it's kind of a lot, but it's really not in today's world. She said, really? And I said, no. I said, $1,000 ain't much, baby girl. It don't go far. $1,000 won't even cover my bills, So like
when we were her age, $5, man.
It was the stuff.
We were rich.
I can remember my grandma. Excuse me. We would go shopping, and she would let us go spend spend some money, and she'd say, "Oh, you got like $10 to spend," and we thought that was the coolest thing. And we'd find a toy that would be like $9.89, and my grandma would be like, "Okay, we got $10. You got enough." Looking back now, she was totally paying the tax for us. So that was pretty cool of her.
Did you have friends that got allowance?
Yeah, I wasn't one of those kids. I didn't get an allowance.
I asked my mom. I said, I clean the house. My sister and I, we clean the house. Shouldn't we get an allowance? She said, I'm allowing you to stay in my house. That was what I got.
Dude, that reminds me of some friends of ours. Shout out to Caleb and Jessica. If y'all are listening, they were saying they tell their kids all the time when it comes to certain things when their kids are like, yeah, but all the other kids are getting to do it, and they're like, yeah, but you're exceptional.
Nice.
You're an exceptional child. I'm like, yeah.
I always loved the little sayings that my mom would have. Go get a switch. what I translated to, I really love you, and I want you to go get a toy for me. You know? No, my mom didn't beat me that much, but 85% of the time, I deserved it. You know, I can freely admit to it now. Yes, I cheated at checkers, and I'm the one that started the fight. And yes, I deserved the whooping I got. But at the time, I'm innocent. I didn't do any of that. But it is fun to, you know, as much as the technology world has taken over our kids.
Oh, yeah. We didn't have nowhere near the stuff they have today.
Right. But it's fun seeing our kids interact when technology's down or because of an issue,
bro,
quote unquote issue.
I have a picture on my phone that is going to be there for the rest of my days, and one day I'm going to actually print it off and hang it up in my house. And it is of my daughter and your two daughters. Whenever they were in the living room and Grace was standing in front of Madison, and Madison had her hands on Grace's sides and is bent over, and Embry is sitting on Madison's back like a horse. And those girls just being goofballs.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me laugh because you see that, and that's such innocence.
There's hope.
It's like, look, there's no technology involved. Y'all are being goofballs. Or like the time that Madison and Grace realized that Embry could fit in the tote, and we're pushing her through the house. And
Right.
Jesus. And we were like, what are y'all doing? We're sending Embry across the hardwood floor. Shush.
Right.
Which, you know, Embry was totally safe. Let me clarify.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They were monitored very closely. But yeah, I know, I guess the tower went down one day and they didn't have technology and they were, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? It's like, you have a backyard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Your uncle bought you that big old trampoline back there that I'm the only one that moves it around. Now the dogs are the only ones playing with it.
Yeah.
But they went out there and they were out there for like 3 hours. And it was like, I'm tired. Well, it's because you actually moved.
Right. No joke, man. Well, it's like Embry. I was so proud of her. So we just did a little thing. We went to a birthday party for one of her friends. Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, yeah. So we went to a birthday party for one of her little friends, and they had a one of those inflatables in the backyard, like a bounce house.
Nice.
But with water, and it's a slide. It was 22 feet tall.
Did you get on it?
I would have if I didn't have a hurt finger with stitches in it.
I'd get a Ziploc baggie and put it. I'm on that.
Bro. So I guess I want to say it's Slitterbond. It's either Slitterbond or Hurricane Harbor, or they may both have one. I don't remember. But everybody's seen videos of them. The slide that goes real high in the air, and then when you slide off of it, it's an immediate just drop. Shoom, and you can race down them, you know?
Yeah.
And it launches you out the end. That's what this is, and it's 22 feet tall.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's an inflatable water thing. And Embry, at first, it was funny because she's usually my little daredevil, but there are things that will make her like wince and be like,
yeah.
oh, I don't know about this.
I could see that.
But she gets in. She's super excited. All of her friends are in the water. Well, then her friends climb to the top because it's got one side of it is got like stairs you can go up like a ladder, and the other side, and it's all inflated. And the other side is the slope that you slide down, and it's pouring water down it, and at the bottom there's like a pool of water so they don't die.
Right.
And so Embry follows her friends all the way up there, and then I'm sitting down and I hear her go, Dad? And I said, what's up, baby girl? And she goes, this is really high and I'm kind of scared to slide down. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not coming in after you. You're going to have to come on down eventually.
Right.
And finally, one of her friends talked her into it. She slid down, and she had so much fun. Dude, she slid down that thing probably a bajillion times.
See, that's a
day.
good friend. I didn't have that good friend.
Yeah.
I had a friend going, hurry up, man, get down the slide. And they pushed me down the slide.
There was a lot of that happening, too. There was this one little boy and little girl, I guess they were brother and sister. And, like, every time I turned around, the little girl would come flying down, and right after would be the boy. And she'd get up holding her back and be like, he pushed me.
See, what you should have done was got up there and squirted down some baby oil.
Oh, dude.
Oh, we used to do that with the slip and slide.
Yeah.
We get shampoo and go out there and So it's my great grandmother's cousin.
Yeah.
They had the slip and slide.
Yeah.
And they had a big, huge yard, and he didn't like how short it was. So he got trash bags and extended it out.
Oh, that's amazing.
And he convinced his wife to go on it, not telling her that he doused it with baby oil.
Oh, God.
Man, she went flying. That was, what was his name? Uncle Al. I think it was Al, or we just called him Al because he looked like Alfred Hitchcock. Like, he was a scary looking guy, sweet as ever, but he just looked like Alfred Hitchcock.
There was one day we did a kids play date with my cousins, and we set up it was a kickball slip and slide set up in the backyard. And the kids were having fun, but us adults were having just as much fun.
Right.
Trish wound up hurting herself because, you want to run and slide and be kind of graceful. And she'd done it several times that day, and I don't know what she was thinking, but she just belly flops the ground.
Oh.
Pow! And then slides a little bit and gets up and is like, ugh, ugh. You know that sound when someone can't breathe?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I felt bad, but I'm a sucker for slapstick comedy, so I couldn't quit laughing.
Oh, man. So if you could bring back one toy from your childhood, what would it be? Yeah.
That's a big question.
I have an answer.
I think I have an answer. Go ahead.
Mine's, it was the Nerf football with the spiral part on there that whistled. Mm-hmm. Man, you would hear that coming. And looking up like, oh, where is it going to hit me? I love that thing. We would launch it. We'd get on the roof and just launch it at people.
We had these they look like little monsters, and it's just a head with 2 feet on the back, 2 feet on the front,
yes,
and a tongue. And the tongue was the trigger. So if you open the mouth, if you push the tongue, that jaw would slam your fingers. And now being a grown man, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt me at all. But as a kid, they hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And we used to love using those on each other all the time. You'd be like, you get someone that doesn't know.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead.
Hey, press that tongue down, bro. Ah!
What's it do? Oh, his eyes pop out. Do it. Just do it. Oh, I meant your eyes pop out. Ah. Like I said, I deserved most of the beatings I got. But yeah, do you remember those footballs? What were those called?
I don't remember, but they were really cool. I know what you're talking about. I had one too.
But across the street from my grandmother's house was Joey, and we would go from backyard to backyard throwing it over, just launching it over. Eventually, we would hit his sister or my sister. You just, I'm going to kill you. I miss childhood,
I do too.
And I don't want to force it on my kids. But I'm like, technology is fun and it's great. But like when everyone was getting the PS2, I got a Sega.
Right.
So I didn't have that much. And if I stayed like on Saturdays, if my mom woke up and I was in the house, I was cleaning.
We used to do crazy stuff. We would take like pecans and my sister's toy pots and launch them at each other. We would do stuff like that, At one point, we ended up getting airsoft guns, which, our parents weren't necessarily happy about, but, we already had them, so it was whatever. I think I want to say like I bought them from a friend or something, and but we were still kids, and we had airsoft wars. We had all kinds of fun stuff, man. Rode bicycles everywhere. Tried to jump bicycles off of stuff. Climb trees.
I have to tell you about the BB gun.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever told you this, but my great granddad, he had this toy BB gun.
Okay.
One of those old pump action.
Oh, gosh. Dude, they will punch a hole in a metal pot if you pump them up enough.
It never worked.
I only know that because I put a hole in a pot from my mom's house and she got really mad at me.
For like 30, 40 years, never once fired. We crank it and pop it. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, it would click, but that was it.
Yeah.
Well, my older cousin, he got it, and he was like getting it tight where he was like using all his strength to close it, and it finally went off. But luckily, his brother dove out of the way, and it hit whatever it was, went right in my mom's car. It was the funniest thing ever. We were all scared and excited, like, hey, it works now. And it started working just fine. There was something clogged in it for like decades. but for one day, like, we almost lost someone.
Dude, I tell you what, bro. So, like, I remember getting in trouble. My mom had this station wagon, and the hubcaps were gone off of it, so it was just the steel wheels.
Oh,
and
yeah.
had the little holes in them. Well, I just wanted to see what would happen. I will never forget this because I will never forget the whooping I got for it. But like some part of my brain said, this is a good idea. So I took a rope, like a little piece of rope, like that you would use for clothesline. And I tied it to it so that, because in my brain, as the wheel spins, this rope's going to spin. Shoo, shoo, wouldn't that be cool? I tied it to that, and I did excitement. My mom was like, I'm going to the store. And I was like, all right. And I jump in the car, and I'm waiting. She backs out of the driveway. She starts to drive away. I made it too long. All we can hear is smack, 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 smack. And my mom just stops the car, and she looks at me, and she goes, what's that? And I was like, I don't know. Let me go look. And now I'm trying to get this rope off, and she's watching me in the mirror of the car.
That was me with cherry bombs.
Oh, God.
So I meant to throw it out the window. I lit one in my room and went to throw it out the window, and it rolled under my bed. And my mom was like, what was that? My mom knows when I'm quiet, there's something going on. So she slams my door open, and my bed's just smoking. I'm like scrounging around trying to get away from her, but she got me. But yeah, I was cherry bombs were banned from me from then on. I still got them, but
Right. You're just more cautious about what you did.
Oh yeah, I made sure I was outside.
Right. Well, we've had some wonderful conversation, David, but it is about that time.
Is it that time?
It is that time, sir.
Well, are you ready?
I am ready. Would you like to pray us out?
Yeah. Lord, thank you for today. Lord, please be with all the people that are out in the Dead Sea. Please let them just acknowledge you and see you, Lord. And for the rest of us, Lord, please just let us have a fun, safe summer, Lord. And we love you in your name. Amen.
Amen.